Hello, welcome to Normal Game Couch, and happy Cinco de Mayo. Um, we're gonna bring these logs over to the place. This should be the last trip. We have 3 log points loaded up, and we have, I think, 6 of 8 at the mill. So we'll come in over par. I guess under par, depending on how you want to look at it. We're not going to play around, man. Like, I wanted to get through this bit once, and I did that. We're not going to play around with that again. Challenge accepted and challenge completed. And you know, let's move this. Hold on. Let's go through here, because I kind of like this this huge field. I'm kind of a big fan of it, and I'd like to see it. I'd like to drive through it one more time before we finish up here. We want to make sure we come in at that clearing, and here. Then there's that horrible bridge that almost tips you over every time, and then lumber mill. Easy. And this should be the end of the bog. We're going to do the maps in order. I don't know what map comes next because I haven't looked ahead. It's an alarm to remind me of something that I have to do later. That's the cat box. Got a cat box, litter box alarm. I have to remember to do that later. So yeah, man, you know, this has been the bog. It's been alright. Good area to kind of start in, get your feet wet, learn the, you know, the pillars of gameplay here. This is an odd game. Like, this isn't something that that one should find interesting, but one does. Way back in episode 1, I think. Way back, I don't know, 4 hours ago. I likened it to playing with muddy Tonka trucks in the backyard as a kid, and I think that's the itch that this scratches. You know what I mean? I'm a very nostalgic person, so kind of anything that can elicit that kind of nostalgic response in me, I think, is a good thing. Man, this is a slow mover, is it not? Man, you remember when Tonka trucks were made out of metal? I don't think they're made out of metal anymore. And they had like working gearboxes or whatever. So you'd like turn the crank on the side of like the backhoe or something, and you'd operate it with like the controls on the side. I don't think they make them like that anymore. I'm not sure, but I don't think they do. So I could fast forward to daytime and skip the night, but I kind of don't want to waste the gas. Speaking of Cinco de Mayo, I have a mariachi band member standee coming my way from my local grocery store. It's about 6 foot tall. Dude wearing a sombrero, holding a guitar, mustache. It is pretty awesome. And I gotta find a place for it in the house. I got a couple ideas in mind. But yeah, I was there and I saw it and I had to ask about it. And normally those kind of things go back to the company, you know, so that the company can throw them away. But when they asked about it, they said, yeah, this actually belongs to the store. So, hey man, I'll take it. Alright, we're coming up on that lake. I want to stick to, let's see, we went on the eastern side of it before. I don't think we ever came up the western side of this thing. We want to stay to the west side of this area of trees, because I don't want to mess about in like the bank of this this lake here. So I get stuck in that soft mud. So right here I pretty much want to go straight south, I think. Stay to the right of all these trees. We should be able to just cruise along right over all this stuff. I don't know why we're still going so slowly. Also, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. I still have to get there. I'm all like thinking like, oh, say goodbye to the bog. This is it for the bog. I don't know that. Maybe I'll tip this thing. Knock on wood, I hope not. So we want to stay to the right of those trees? Are those the trees? Yes. Up and over, man. And we can kind of sidle this array of trees and go straight toward that path through that clearing. Whoa, hey. Hey, camera. Thank you. So I'm becoming rather complacent here. I'm less concerned about tipping it than I used to be. And that's probably not good. Because if I feel like I'm like invincible running through these fields and everything, I might just tip it. I don't want to tip it. You know. Oh, we can only do our best, man. Downhill a bit. Yeah, you can see that path through those two different like trees on the left and trees on the right. So that's exactly where we want to go. We want to thread that needle. And I think we turn left up here, like after all this. Oh, come on. You can do it. Come on. Oh my god. Turn left up here to go to the mill. And I think that should be it. Assuming we make it. Let's not tip it over on that last bridge the developers put there just to screw you. Alright, this is where I really want to kind of pay attention and figure out where I want to go. I mean, it's like a path straight to that waypoint, man. Because the lighter parts are you know, roads that I've driven before. I guess I just want to stay straight on this to this waypoint, and that's what it looks like on the map. Yep, and then that left turn I was talking about, and that little bridge, which is always a risk. But what are you gonna do? You know. Alright, oh, it's wobbling. Oh my god. Hate that bridge. Okay. And then the lumber mill. This is pretty much the home stretch here. I think we're going to be okay. Hey, I got a thing. Thanks, that's all. 8 load points delivered. Right on. Took me just under 4 hours to do that. You know, I probably could, like, if I was to do this again, I could probably do it in half the time. You know, I wasn't trying to speed run or anything. I take my time. 570 liters of fuel. Unlocked all the trucks. Unlocked all the garages. Found all the watch points. See, that's where the extra time comes into play, is because I did everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Alright, man. Return to main menu. Probably going to want to try to unlock all the stuff on the next one. Choose map. Island. Oh yeah, cool. I'm kind of excited about the island. Complete to earn an additional progression point. We also have the valley. I'm kind of interested in checking that out sometime. After the island, we'll do the seashore. Downhill, that sounds interesting. Cool. Alright, island. Complete to earn an additional progression point. So, if I unlock an additional progression point, it looks like I unlock downhill and crossing, and then one more progression point after that, and I unlock deluge. But we're just doing them in order, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to keep the default trucks. I feel good about the default trucks. 7 balance points. Deliver logs to each lumber mill. Complete to earn an additional progression point. Unlock all garages. Reach all waypoints. Just like last time. Alright, let's start in a new map. Right. So let's kind of get my bearings. Oh man, there's so many watch points. Well, I guess there's 4. They're just spread out a lot differently than they were in the bog. Block post is open. I don't know what that means. Deliver 8 load points to each lumber mill, and there's 2 lumber mills. Alright, we might have to figure out how to carry 4 load points instead of 3. But let's unlock some of these watch points first. I think that's important. Kind of wonder what's on that island, you know? Easter egg or something. I don't know that I would ever be able to get out there, but I bet there's something on there. Alright, we're going to hit that A469. This is kind of my scout vehicle. And we're going to head to this watch point. Maybe it would make sense to do these 3 first, because then I can go boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I think I like that better. Let's do that. Boom. 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 Let's do that. I think that works better. I make more progress quicker. The island. If you're just joining the stream, thanks for checking out Normal Game Couch. So just like the bog, I'm sure that this map is going to have kind of a lot of surprises in store. But, you know, we'll just kind of take it one objective at a time here. See what we can see. I like the kind of, I don't know, like beach vibes I'm getting. Not really beach vibes. I don't know what you'd call it. It's very Maine-like. It reminds me of Maine. I'm not going to name names, but my my aunt is a rather known TV personality in Maine, and it's always funny going to Maine and visiting her because when she walks around, like, people always like stop and say hi. It's very odd. But yeah, she's local celebrity. It's been a long time. Here's how long it's been. Last time I was in Maine, those button-down polyester anime shirts were in style. That's how long ago it was. One down, 3 to go. I don't even need to look at my map. I know what I'm doing. I think there's less roads in the island than there is in the bog. Because I think a lot of this is like you kind of, you know, I mean there are roads, you know, and I just got here, so I'm not like an expert on the island yet or anything, but it seems just like my cursory glance is that there's fewer roads, and it's more about kind of, you know, finding your own way through a lot of these obstacles. Of course I say that, and there's like nothing but roads everywhere I look. Well, that was my initial impression of the map anyway. Yeah, watch point. Log kiosk. We don't need to worry about getting to the log kiosk, but it's good to know now that it's there for future reference. I kind of like this map. It's a good map. I heard that all the DLC for this game is going to be free. I don't know if I believe that, but that's pretty cool if that's the case. You know, more maps and whatnot. And apparently they're adding mod support for consoles eventually, so we'll get user created maps as well, and a lot of those can get pretty crazy. So if that happens, and I'm not holding my breath, if that happens, that'll be a lot of fun. Don't hold your breath though. Mod support on consoles has never been like any developer's priority, so we'll just wait and see. very slidey through here. You kind of, it feels like I'm fishtailing at 1 mile per hour. It's a very odd sensation. Oof. Coming up on the second watch point. Oh. Third watch point way over there. Take a sip of my iced coffee. I just got back from Dunkin' Donuts, kind of a daily, semi-daily ritual for me. Gotta have my coffee, helps stave off the migraines. Gotta get that caffeine. It's nice out here. It does remind me of Maine. Very much. There's a beach in Maine, and I don't know the name of it, but you walk on it, and the sand on the beach is such a consistency that when you step on it, it squeaks. And that sounds strange, and you probably think I'm telling stories out of school, but I assure you, it is the case. I missed a watch point, but that's okay, I know where I'm going. There's another beach in Maine that somehow acts as a confluence for everybody's broken glass that they throw off of boats and whatnot. So you get like this tumbled glass. It's, you know, soft to the touch, it's not sharp and it won't cut you or anything, but you know, all up and down the beach. It looks very cool. I don't know the name of that beach either. But yeah, Maine has some cool spots. I like Maine a lot. Currently reading John Hodgman's book about Maine, Vacation Land, Stories from Painful Beaches. Also rather addicted to his Judge John Hodgman podcast. Been getting into podcasts a lot lately. Delete that waypoint, and let's get that watch point as well. Final watch point. If you're into podcasts at all, you should check out Judge John Hodgman. People come to him with like petty and jovial disputes, and he acts as the internet judge and rules in favor of one or the other. Usually winds up a compromise of sorts. But yeah, good podcast. I'm also listening to Dr. Game Show, where people offer, listeners write in suggestions of verbal games that you could play, and the hosts play them and vote on the best ones. Co-host Manolo is a piece of work, so I recommend Dr. Game Show. And listening to a lot of Hello from the Magic Tavern, but that one's rather well known. And what else? What else do I listen to? Oh, the Babysitters Club. These two dudes review every single Babysitters Club book, and they get really deep into like philosophy and stuff while they're doing it. So it's a pretty interesting podcast. There's some good ones out there. I've been meaning to listen to the Nintendo Power podcast. I've listened to the first episode, and it seemed like they were trying to figure out what the format should be, and they like hadn't really nailed it down yet. But it's a continuation of the Nintendo Power magazine, and it's hosted by like one of the editors of the magazine or something like that. So it's like it's official communique from Nintendo. So in that regard, it's worth a look. But they've done 4 episodes so far, and I've only listened to the first. But it's like a 2-hour podcast. It's great if you have time to kill. But I got a lot of stuff I got to do, so I don't always have that time. Unlock a C-Class vehicle here. We'll be using that to haul logs around. And look at that, a lumber mill right there. Nice. And I can see the watch point flag waving in the distance. Mess of trees between it and me. Fortunately, this is a very tiny vehicle that can kind of weave its way in and out of all these trees, so shouldn't be a problem. Done. My other objective was to unlock all of the vehicles. And was it vehicles or garages? I don't remember. There used to be a like a hint option that would tell you what your bonus objectives were, but I don't see it. Well, I know I'm going to want to unlock that garage. That could have been the other bonus objective. So we'll have to take garage points over there. We just unlocked that C-Class vehicle. I don't think there's any other... I could be looking at it wrong, but I don't think there's any other locked vehicles on the map. I think that was it. That C-Class one that we just unlocked. So we'll have to take a C-Class vehicle. Well, there's one already at this garage. Load that up with garage points and then drive to the other garage. We can probably do that. Yes, yeah, I'm starting to figure this game out. What is this block post? That makes me nervous. I feel like I'm going to go down this road and everything's going to be fine, and I'm going to get there and it's going to be a problem. But it says it's open, so I don't know why that would be a problem. I just feel like it's going to be. Alright, man. Let's try it. Let's try to get this garage. Got 26 minutes left in the episode. We should be able to do that. Garage semi-trailer unavailable, of course. That would be perfect. Why is it unavailable? That's the question. It doesn't tell me why it's unavailable. Maybe it's the wrong kind of... Maybe it's the wrong kind of... Well, it wouldn't come up if it was the wrong truck. Would it? Is there a difference between this truck and the one that's right next to me? That's the C255. That's a B131. Whoops. 2 garage points. Maybe these trucks just aren't big enough for it. What about the these other C-Class vehicles are nowhere near a garage. I think I'm just going to take this one and load it up with 2 points and then make the trip twice. Carries 2 garage points. Okay. Theoretically, I could load the truck next to me up with 2 points as well and attach my winch and drag it along. But if I was going to do that, I could just attach this garage trailer. Maybe I'll do that. It's just I don't know this map and I don't know what's coming up. I feel like I'm in dangerous territory here. We can always drop the trailer if we have to. We got our MASH vehicle here. Let's see. This is like a big, like long and easy looking road. It almost seems like it's too easy. You know what I mean? I don't know what this block post is. Trucks with... Oh, I see. Trucks with no lumber are allowed to pass. Okay. Well, we're not carrying lumber, so... that should be fine then. I don't really see why that would be a problem unless you're coming from... Hold on, the log station... Yeah, this log station can supply that mill, and you wouldn't need to go past this block post. And this log station can supply that mill, and you wouldn't have to go past this block post. So this block post really serves no purpose. They probably want to introduce you to the concept of a block post so that when it does come into play in a future map, you'll know what it is. That's probably all it is. They just want to, you know, you play through these maps in order. They introduce you to concepts, you know, so they don't all hit you at once on like a really complex map. Alright, let's not tip this thing right out of the gate, huh? I wish there was a quick release for the winch. You have to go into the menu. There might be a quick release. That thing's tipping. It's tipping. No, it's good. Is it tipping? It's good. It's good. Oh man. Parking brake. I have to look and see if there's a quick release for that. Cruising right along. Lumber mill. Yeah, if I have a powerful enough truck, there's a chance I could even just pull this thing along on its side. It might let me do that, I'm not sure. If this truck is strong enough, it could work. Yep, this is that long and easy road. Excellent. Oh, what a sight this is. It's like an actual paved road. That's something you don't see every day in this game. Alright, so here's the checkpoint with the no lumber. Trucks with no lumber are allowed to pass. Thank you, kind sir. Nice. Well, this is great. I don't know what all this kind of junk is. This rocky mud. Alright, this is gonna get dumb again. Let's see. It's pretty much a straight shot all the way to the garage. If I can just navigate this mud, we might be okay. It seems like a powerful enough vehicle to pull it off. Nice big tires. Oh, tipping. Let's avoid this big puddle up here, if we can. Like I said, man, powerful enough vehicle, I might be able to just drag this thing along behind me. Alright, this is where it gets tricky, man. I can't go up on these banks of this puddle, because I would just tip it for sure. So I have to go through the puddle. Try not to tip this thing. Easy. I'd like to be able to see, please. Thank you. All these trees are so far away, I'm nervous that I won't be able to use the winch if I get stuck. Pulling a lot of weight. That's the garage right up there, right? Nice. Sweet. I think that's it for unlocking stuff. We can probably make a lumber run. Let's cruise up to this log station and bring some wood to that mill. We're already in a good truck for that. We're gonna want the, I could carry 4. I think that's the way to do it. If we carry 4 medium, a load of medium logs, that's 4 points, and we can do that twice at each mill, and then be done with the island in like in a shorter amount of time than the bog anyway. I'm at the garage, so I have gas refill here, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip night. Okay. 200 liters of fuel. I think that's right. That's where you cap out at a garage, I believe. But that'll be enough for us. That'll be enough for our purposes. We'll put the log carrier on. Pretty efficient so far today. This is probably the most efficient I've been on an episode yet. You know, it almost kind of seems like since we're not carrying wood, we could cruise up through this block post since that road is so easy. And yeah, we'd have to double back. Or, what's better is probably hitting this log station since it's right there and taking it to this mill. That's the better option. Let's delete these nodes. That is the better option. Log station. Yeah, I feel a lot better about that. Chewing up that mud. I feel like this map seems easier than the bog in parts, but I feel like there's a lot, like the mud is deeper in a lot more places here. I think you just got to be careful about where you drive. And we're generally careful. I think we'll be okay. Let's just stick to the plan and not try to get too creative with it, you know what I mean? We'll do the thing we're here to do, and should be good enough. Alright. Still trying to learn the particulars here. Okay, here we go. Choose a load. We want the... Need to install medium log cart. Did I not? I was at the garage. I installed the thing on the back. It said it carried 4 logs. What's up with that? Alright, well the garage is just right over there, so let's go back to the garage. Need to install medium log cart. Still learning the ins and outs of this game. When I was at the garage and I installed this contraption that's on there now, it said it carried 4 logs. Or, you know, medium logs. Well, I think I do have to attach a trailer. Because I think the medium logs are long enough where they require a separate trailer. But the user interface doesn't exactly make that clear. But luckily, the garage wasn't that far. I'll probably just cut right through there. Maybe I'll try that next. I mean, there is even a road and everything. Alright, what am I missing? Long logs, medium log cart. Is that the thing I need? I think that's it. Oh man, okay. This is gonna... I'm not good at like this, like jackknifey stuff that's required of these kind of trailers. We'll do our best. Once I get logs on it, it'll be a lot easier to handle, I think, which is rather a counterintuitive thought, but I think that that's true. Because the logs will kind of keep it, like, tamped down. Do I want to try going through there? There's a road. Nah, I'm going to take the way I already know. Better to go the way that you know when you're carrying extra junk around. This'll do it this time. Even when I put the first piece on, I was like, you know, something doesn't seem right about this, but like I said, the user interface doesn't exactly make it clear. I'm still kind of getting used to this game, learning the ins and outs. Get over that hill now. Through that mud, rather. Alright. Now's where we get to find out if I bit off more than I can chew. 4 logs. 4 points. Alright, this is the largest load yet that I've carried. So we'll see how this goes. Let's take these waypoints off. And we're going to try to bring it to this mill. So we could go up and around and try to get to this mill, but I think this one is a straighter shot. Although this one has roads the whole way. But eventually we're going to have to get to this mill anyway. This one kind of has roads the whole way. Bad roads, but roads. Nonetheless, we could hit that fuel station if we want to. I don't think it's a pressing issue. Let's see, probably easier to come here and take the high road, I would think. Around here. That's where I took the A-class vehicle through. That seemed pretty reasonable. But we're probably going to want to hit this road. Lumber mill. What the heck is the thing? Oh man, I just got to turn around, that's all. Ugh, tight quarters here. Yeah, this seems like it'll be okay. You know, one has to wonder if, like, what is this going to be? What do you think? There's 20 logs on the back of this thing? 4 deliveries of this size to finish the map. Probably take me about 500 liters of fuel. Are 80 logs worth 500 liters of fuel? Seems like the fuel would be more expensive than the logs, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe, I guess logs must be, there must be a value in logs. I just don't know if the, oh my god, tipping. I don't know what the yeah, I don't know if the economy in this game is accurate or not. Man, I am super top heavy, aren't I? Fuel station there. I don't think we need it. It seems like it would be a hassle to kind of turn in there and then have to do like a 5-point turn to get out because I'm carrying such a huge load right now. But it is right there, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It'd be kind of dumb not to, right? Load me up on fuel, please. Let's see if I can maneuver this how I like. Oh, it's not exactly going the way I want, but you know, I'll take it. Not exactly what I had in mind, but seems to be working. It's worked so far, but we're not out yet. Slow here. Slow, 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 slow. Looks like we're taking the lower road. I planned on taking the high one. Or that's where we make the switch to the high one. You know, now that I'm down here, I don't know, it seems like I should just keep going forward. It seems like trying to get on this high road is a mistake. Let's move that down there. Move that one down there. Yeah, it seems like trying to get over there would be a mistake. We'll just stay where we are and press on. I think that's the smarter option. Getting kind of fast and squirrely here. Gotta be careful. This thing's, I don't know, at the beginning of the episode I was like, I'm not really too worried about tipping anymore. But I knew that that was like a bad omen, you know? Like getting used to the idea of how you don't tip as often as you think you might, or that you fear you might. Then you grow complacent, and then you get careless, and then that's when you tip. God, what's the best way to approach this now? It seems bad over here for this kind of hauling. Maybe get on this path down here. It's like, it's super like steep. It's like a slanty path. Not ideal. Ooh. Also, I want to keep an eye out for those bridges that flip you. Those tiny bridges that are just in ditches. be getting close, right? Is this it? This is it! Right on, dude. We did a lot today. Like, this was quite a, quite a packed episode full of completing objectives and whatnot. Unload. Right. We're already a quarter of the way finished with this map, so lots of progress today. Alright, well, thanks for watching Normal Game Couch, and we'll be hauling more lumber next time. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.